So, but what happens here, and I think if you're like me and you resonate with my energy, and I think a lot of women are like this as well, we want to like talk about what happened, and we want to share, not vent, because I wouldn't say that I'm venting, but I want to share the experience and get his take. I want him to look at what I experienced and be like you're being reasonable or unreasonable, because I trust his judgment. So when I tell him things, it's actually not to just like off gas and vent at him. It's more so like here's the whole story. What is your analysis?
And that's important, because every time, like kind of backtracking to the role play we just did,
right?
I just make sure you know that I'm here for you to feel.
Right.
The last thing I want to do is go and solve the problem. Even though as a man, everything she brings to me, immediately I'm like, do this, 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 and we don't have to ever talk about this again. It'll be settled forever. Mm-hmm. Women don't act that way. It's completely okay. It's the difference between the masculine and feminine. There is the flow. There is all that is. There is the space that makes up the feminine. Then there is the order that makes up the masculine. Mm-hmm. And we all have both parts of us, and women, well, it's a little bit different nowadays because, you know, culture, but a lot more women are in flow, a lot more men are in order. Mm-hmm. When I am coming to a woman in this situation, it is in my best interest to give her the safety and reassurance that I want that flow to keep flowing.
Because he's the container.
I'm not here to be like, oh, this flow, it's actually chaos, and I need us to organize it this way. So you just explain what happened on LinkedIn. Number one, you shouldn't care about that. Number two, you should have fuck. No.
Right.
Fuck. That's the one thing men always get wrong. They're trying to use their logic to, and that just doesn't work. We're playing apples and oranges here. It's two different.
Because you can't solve an emotion.
Exactly.
And that's where I think like men think that they can solve an emotion because they're hearing a story. So let's say I go and tell Cam the story about LinkedIn, and they're hearing it through the frame of logic and thinking, like you said, well, don't do this. Okay, solved. But that's not even why she's bringing that to you. And this is actually key to talk about, because you ask me, you know, how can I be there for you? And how can we feel this more? And I caught myself, I could have played along with you and been like, okay, let's go on a walk, which I think I have done in the past. But sometimes when my like dramatic emotional self comes out, I know my higher self knows you want me to just feel the emotion, but like my dramatic self wants to tell the story. Mm-hmm. I want to tell a story and I want you to hear it. Mm-hmm. And that's important. Women just want you to hear it. They want you to hear it. They want you to be present with it. And now this is within reason. A lot of the time, this isn't going to last like an hour or 30 minutes. This is going to be like you're holding space and you're so present for this story that it just kind of dissolves. Like how women express their emotions fully to men is in having this beautiful masculine container of I've got you, I'm looking at you, I'm fully with you. And then the flow in water within the container is able to swirl like ocean waves until it settles. And that's what happens. If you watch us do this, that's literally what happens, because he doesn't feed into my emotion.